Right now? I'm Joe Hobbs, percussion director at Vandegrift High School, also on the percussion staff for the Bluecoats Drum and Bugle Corps.
Welcome to Sketchbook. Oh, that sucked. Welcome to Sketchbook Podcast, a discussion about creativity, preparation, and effort with artists, creators, and educators. That's right, I changed it. As always, I'm your host, Daniel Mathoi Jr., and I'm joined with the first person to ever break one of my shoe cases as he was putting the lid back together or whatever.
It's rough. I was in the house for like
Joe.
maybe 90 seconds and I broke your stuff. I'm so sorry.
You did. You have now broken as many shoe boxes as my daughter, who is 3.
Awesome.
So thank you.
She's awesome.
Thank you for that. Well, she is. Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm not, obviously.
No, you're the worst. I've got a question for you. I'm gonna swing for the fences.
You're going to jump right in.
I would like you to confirm or deny that Banish Beyond is on the Vandegrift percussion staff.
I think it's the secret. The secret's out.
Is it?
He is on the band. He is on the percussion staff. Yes.
Okay. Is he sitting in my house right now?
No.
Oh, okay. Just
No. Was that ever a rumor? Was I supposed to be banished at one point?
So the Texas bands nerds, right? The Slack nerds, all those nerdy kids. It was like a while ago, like, oh my God, I think Banish Beyond is Joe Hobbs. And then someone goes, no, I think he's just on staff at Vandegrift. So, the idea that somebody at Vandegrift is Banish Beyond, but then it was like, what if it's Joe Hobbs?
I'm honored.
You're
that
honored?
They would think that would be me.
Would have been awesome if all of a sudden you turned around and pulled out the mask. And I was like,
it's in my back pocket at all times.
All time.
Just in case.
You never know. Well, we could probably end the podcast now because
that's all the bit I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Have you been listening to this podcast, Joseph? Can I call you Joseph?
You can.
Cool, thank you.
It's a little odd because you're staring at me saying Joseph. It's a little,
I'm
it's a little unsettling.
I'm a little older than you. Respect your elders.
It's okay.
Fair
enough.
Thank you.
So are we going Joseph?
I'm going to change. I might call you Jordan at some point. I don't know.
Okay, sounds
like Michael
good.
Jordan.
Oh,
Michael Jordan. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, so you've been listening to the podcast?
I have.
Have you been listening to the On Fire Hector Hill for all the Hispanics out there podcast?
I did. I listened to it yesterday morning.
Did you finish it?
I did. I finished it today.
What'd you think about old Hector?
I think Hector's great.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, it was a good interview.
What do you think about Dave Reyes?
I loved it. I thought you were pretty harsh on Dave, and I saw him yesterday morning. I was like, Dave, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for them. And he was fine. Dave's a good sport.
I would not push buttons.
But you guys win. Like, it was multiple comments spread throughout the podcast. Felt bad for the guy a little bit.
Well, Hector says I have to have Dave on now because so many people are now hearing about Dave Reyes.
I think you do. He needs a chance to defend himself.
I think he does too, but I don't know if I can get the mics that low.
I'm not Dave. I'm not joining in on this.
You're not?
No, I'm not. Dave's a great man. Dave's a great man.
He is a great man. I love Dave. I love his soon-to-be wife, Amanda Pinner.
Mm-hmm.
She said she's going to wear flats to the wedding, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
I think I saw that. Was that on Facebook?
Yes. She said she's going to not wear heels. Like a deer learning to walk, she said, something like that. So good for Dave. Good for Dave. Yeah, Dave, come on the show. Come on the show. Now, Joe Hobbs.
Yes.
You are not from Texas, are you?
I am not from Texas.
You are from the great state, the Commonwealth, Kentucky.
Of Kentucky.
That's right. You went to Murray State University.
Home of the Racers.
The Racer Band. That's right. So my first question about this, are you a Kentucky Colonel?
I am not a Kentucky
You're
Colonel.
not? Why not?
I'm not.
My wife is a Kentucky Colonel.
I don't think I even know how do you become a Kentucky Colonel.
For anyone who doesn't know, my wife won a beauty pageant in Kentucky. It was called Junior Miss or whatever.
Sounds right.
Yeah, whatever. And by winning that, you become a Kentucky Colonel.
An honorary Kentucky Colonel.
Yeah.
So what do you get? What do you get from that?
A piece of paper.
Like a key to this?
I asked her if she had a hat or something. And
like a leaf of tobacco? Or
I would imagine so. It's like a leaf of tobacco in a mint julep with a giant derby hat or something.
Perfect. Okay.
So speaking of the derby, how many derbies have you gone to?
I've never been to a derby.
What? That's like saying you're from Texas and you've been to a radio.
That's a pretty stereotypical question, Daniel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Of Kentucky.
I've never asked stereotype questions, have I? Come on. So you've never been to a derby?
I have not.
Have you been to the place where they hold the derby?
I've driven past it.
Oh, I did a tour of it a few years ago. Yes, my wife's like, let's go check it out. We did the tour.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It was great. I didn't get to run on the track, but I enjoyed it. I learned a lot.
It's cool. The whole thing, the Kentucky, I lived in Lexington for a couple years too. It's beautiful. The horse country, white picket fences. It's awesome.
You want to talk about expensive homes and expensive things.
We like Lexington. It was great.
Horse money that's insane, man.
It is.
That's
it's
a lot
whole
of money.
thing.
So have you done the bourbon tour?
I have been to several distilleries, but I've not done the actual tour.
The quote-unquote tour. But when you live in Kentucky, you're just like, oh, I'm going to go try a new bourbon. Do you have a favorite bourbon? This is an adult podcast, by the way.
Like a bourbon I would normally drink, not like a Pappy Van Winkle.
Correct.
Like my go-to.
Yes, your go-to bourbon.
Man, I like Basil Hayden would be my first. It's kind of smooth, but it's not too sweet.
Sure. Okay.
Like Woodford is kind of that way, but I think Woodford's too sweet for me. I like Woodford.
Okay.
So Basil Hayden's kind of my go-to.
Really?
Jefferson's Reserve is nice.
Okay. I don't know a whole lot about... My wife should have probably done this portion of the interview because she did a bourbon tasting with me.
Okay.
And I tasted like one or two of them, and they said, it's lost on me. They all taste the same, and I hate bourbon. So.
Well, I think it depends on what you're going for in your bourbon. You know what I mean? Like there are nights that I want a little burn. I wanted to go with the Bookers. You know what I mean? I want a little like,
oh.
You know,
Joe just flexed
I did.
On me.
Well, but
yeah.
But at the time...
You don't have to display your masculinity for me, Joe. You already broke one of my shoeboxes.
I did. No, sometimes you just want to sip and like a smooth drink, and that's a Basil Hayden for me.
Gotcha. Angel's Envy?
I like that too. That's smooth.
Blanton's?
Blanton's, it's hard to find now.
Yes. My wife, who I swear has a crush on Paul Pape, brought him like a bottle of Blanton's twice.
Is that what she just comes back to town and brings bourbon for everybody?
Well, Paul.
I never got bourbon.
Yeah, well, whatever. So maybe she doesn't have a crush on you, Joe. I don't know. Maybe you should wear your hat tilted to the side.
That's the
you
trick.
Wear it like a square.
That's the trick.
You wear it like straight, like hello everybody, I'm Joe.
Whoa! Shots fired.
Stereotypes. So before coming to Texas, I'm curious about this. I would like to know what your perception, if you can remember, of what Texas schools, Texas talent, Texas support, Texas football. What did you think it was all about before you got here?
That's a good question.
Thank you. That's why I asked these questions.
It just seemed like it was very systematic in a positive way. Like coming out, I was like, man, it seems like battles that I feel like I fought in the Midwest in terms of funding, in terms of kids, in terms of support, had been fought in Texas and won like 10 years previous to when I came here.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like the struggles that I felt like in Kentucky or Tennessee when I taught, I didn't feel like, I feel like they were taken care of here. So that's the biggest perception I think I had. The football thing was, whatever. I'm Kentucky, so basketball.
Correct.
I feel like I could kind of relate to what football would be in Texas. But it was more the structure was way more in place. And I knew it was a system in terms of what kids focused on from year to year basis. What the priorities were different. I just knew I had to come in and kind of figure that out as soon as I could.
Right. Now, you came to the DFW area at Newman Smith High School. So you got here. How did some of those perceptions maybe change, or when you go like, oh, this is better, or, oh, God, this is worse, or I didn't expect that?
I don't think anything was worse. I think it was more learning what the expectations were and figuring those out. I didn't know what Lone Star was. Or
the drum shop where you buy sticks and heads?
No, the contest.
Oh.
Yeah, like what? Yes. Like when you're thinking like what a percussion guy's year looks like. Percussion person.
Thank you.
And what that, whether it's the drumline stuff, the contest at the beginning of the year, the fall, what area is, what UIL is, that whole process for that.
Which we'll talk about in a second.
Region band and how you approach region band, the percussion ensemble stuff, putting on your own percussion ensemble concert, which doesn't really happen outside of Texas, except for a few like programs. Oh yeah.
Maybe we're just all friends with the guys who do these extravaganzas, or maybe they came from Texas.
But that's Texas. I mean, you look at most groups do indoor, and if you were a self-contracted percussion guy in the Midwest, you typically did your fall marching band and wrote that book, and then to get more income in the fall, or in the winter, you would do indoor drumline, and you would write that book, and you would write that drill, and that's how you kind of gave yourself a year-round salary. Right. So percussion ensemble wasn't really part of that, or at least doing an entire concert of percussion ensemble. So that was unique to me coming to Texas. Like, I got to figure that out. I got to figure it out pretty quick. It's a big deal.
Do you consider Kentucky the Midwest?
Yeah, I think so. I think anything. That's just a generalized statement. I think anything, almost anything outside of Texas to the east.
To the east?
Before you get to like Pennsylvania. Then I would call that obviously like more East Coast.
Because Kentucky's divided by the Mason-Dixon line, right?
They just kind of hang out in the middle, man. Kentucky didn't pick sides in the war. We just kind of just hanging out.
Sure. Yeah, it's better just to stand by and let people fight than rather pick a side, right?
Story of my life. That's what I roll with.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's talk about politics now. So in Kentucky, though, what part of the state, now I don't know anything about geography, did you come from?
The western part.
The western, because that's where Murray State is, in western Kentucky?
It is, yeah. So like Murray, Kentucky, where I grew up, is far west, and there's Tennessee, and then it's the farther west, and then right above it is southern Illinois.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So like, yeah,
So you're not from northern Kentucky.
I'm not.
Who don't consider themselves Kentuckians, right?
They're kind of like Cincinnati. That
Yeah, they consider themselves Ohioans.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I am 4 hours. My girl was 4 hours from Lexington.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
So
As
when
far west as you could
when you
probably
go
in
home,
Kentucky.
what airport do you fly into then?
Nashville.
Whoa.
And it's 2 hours from Nashville to get home.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in the sticks, as they say,
I
right?
grew up on a horse farm, actually.
Oh my God. I make fun of my wife and say that she grew up on a farm because she did grow up on a farm.
Yeah.
And all her friends were farm animals. And I'm like, she had to have like a bunch of barns. I made fun of her and said, you know,
We had multiple barns.
Do you live the life that I say my wife led? This is insane.
I don't know. I don't know what life she
You're
led.
describing it. So you lived on a horse farm.
Yeah, we had, I think the lowest number of horses probably was 10, and probably the highest was probably low 20s.
So you're an equestrian?
I know how to ride a horse, kind of. I never took to me. Like it was my brother got super into it, and he kind of was, you know, filled that void. That was his thing. Mine was like, it's not for me. You know, but I did feed them every morning, and
Can you shoe a horse? Or is that what it's called?
I cannot shoe a horse.
Can your brother?
You know, I don't know. I think so.
Your parents, did they do that?
No, you bring somebody in.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've watched videos about that.
Yeah.
Very interesting. The whole like
The horse
how they
seems totally
shave.
cool with it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it weirds me out, but I don't know.
God, I'd be afraid that horse is going to kick me in the head.
Terrifying, yeah.
Yeah.
They're big animals, man.
They really are.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. That's now. Did you ever make moonshine, Joe?
I never made moonshine.
You ever drank moonshine?
It's what?
This is an adult podcast. You're okay.
Yeah.
Is it illegal or legal?
I
We're in
know.
Texas. It's okay.
I think it's legal. I'm going to tell myself it's legal.
Now you can see still, so that means it must not have been very good,
yeah.
right?
I think it was solid.
Oh,
It
okay.
was solid.
Okay, because I heard it makes you go blind.
It was efficient.
Efficient. It did the job.
It did the job.
It did the job. I see. So then you came to Austin. Yes, because for those that want clarification, Vandegrift High School is located in Austin, Texas.
As is my address. I want to make sure that's very well known.
Oh, okay.
My address for everyone listening is in Austin.
Is it? So you're an Austin.
I'm an Austinite. I listen to the podcast, Daniel. I know your tricks. I know where you're going with that. I'm prepared.
So, you be the first one. Obviously, we're prepared for the shoe room. We're going to keep coming back to that one. I mean, you talking about first impressions,
I felt bad, man. I still feel bad.
You should.
How much is that thing? How much is the little door? How much?
Well,
what do I owe
the
you?
problem is that I can't just buy the door. I have to buy the whole box from the container store.
How much is the box thing?
If I buy a box of 6, I can get they come out to like $8 or $9. You don't need to give it to me. It's okay.
I don't want to.
No, it's fine. I'll just go buy one because, as you can maybe notice, I can't put any more boxes on the wall. The wall is filled, so you're fine. You're fine.
If we ever judge again, I got your dinner next time. How about that?
Judge together is what you mean?
Yeah, that's when we
All
judge
right,
together.
okay,
I got your next meal.
Thank you. Well, great. You got my next.
I'll send you some moonshine.
Yeah, I'll take it. Why not? I'll drink a sip. A sip and moon. Give me a sip and moonshine for that kind of night. So then you came to Austin, and I would like to know what your thoughts are, maybe some of the differences of Leander ISD, because I think there's the impression, there's the perception, there's the thought that Louisville ISD, Leander ISD, Northeast, they're these meccas of milk and honey, right? Gold paved roads. And it's not to say that there aren't great things that happen in the district, but I'm sure it's not all what everyone imagines when you walk in. It's like, and dollars fall from the ceiling. So what's it like coming from, is it Carrollton, Farmers Branch?
Carrollton,
right?
Farmers Branch, yeah.
And now you're in Leander ISD, which is a nationally known school district for middle schools and high school alike. So what's that like?
It was different. I think that as a story, I always think of like my first day at band camp when I came in, and it was super hot. We're out on the pavement, and we're doing visual. It's one of the first morning rehearsals with the full band. We just had drum camp, so I went for a week and taught the kids for a week, and they were great, super receptive. And we're out there in the field, like we get set for the first time, and I see the snare drummer, and like he starts to shake a little bit, and like he's gonna pass out. I was like, I'm kind of watching, and I just got off the road. I was on the road at Cavaliers at the time, so just leaving drum chorus. I'm like, okay. And see, he starts to shake, and then all of a sudden he puts his drum down and just throws up on the field. Immediately, I'm like, oh god, like that kid just threw up. Yeah. And I see him, and like he puts his drum back on, runs off the field, sprints off the field, and then sprints back across the field the other way and goes to the med tent and gets a thing of water and a thing of paper towels, runs back on, cleans up his vomit, and then runs back and throws away the trash, and then comes back on the field and puts his drum on. And I was like, that was my first trip. I was like, oh, that's what this is.
And then he did 10 push-ups because he interrupted rehearsal.
But it was that. It was, I think coming in, it was, I knew the perception, very well off. I don't know how you want to put it.
well-to-do.
Well-to-do, well-to-do
Vandegrift's in a nice area.
It is.
That's a fact.
But I think, coming in, it was like, oh, are these kids going to work hard? That's all I wanted was kids that were going to like just bust their butts and be ready to go. And I saw that on day one. I was like, oh man, these kids are all in. This program is all in. These teachers are all in. I need to figure it out. I need to figure it out fast if I'm going to be able to hang with this group.
Right. And that kid grew up to be banished beyond, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Wow. All right. So you've moved to Texas. You've not had the kind of things in Kentucky that we have in Texas, mainly UIL and TMEA.
Yep.
So you've had how many years have you taught in Texas now? 8 or 9?
This is year 8.
Year 8. Okay. So what are some of your thoughts as an outsider now? You're here. You're an insider now.
Yeah.
On the marching band process as it pertains to UIL here.
In terms of how I approach that?
Sure. KMEA has their own thing, ISMA, etc. UIL is pretty well known. There's the whole, UIL doesn't like loud drums and electronics and all this stuff. I get all that.
The stigma thing, yeah.
Yeah, but so I'm curious, you're here, now you're in the system. What are some of the benefits? Maybe some things you're like, maybe if this was a little different, I don't know.
I appreciate that UIL is all about performance. I think that's huge and that's important. In terms of the electronics and the drums being too loud, I think you just balance. Just be a good musician about it. Know your audience. That's all it is. If you know your audience doesn't prefer that, then don't program it. And if you program it, that's your fault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just I do. I think you've said it on your podcast before. I see Facebook posts and they're just like complaining, like, "Oh, the UIL judges are just terrible. They don't like what I'm doing." I said, "Well, stop doing it."
Yeah.
That's
the thing,
they
right?
don't. Then don't write a ton of electronics as your transitions. Use acoustic instruments. Don't write long, full battery phrases. Be more tasteful with it.
Correct.
So I'm not saying it, and I'm not saying that UIL is right in that.
No.
I'm just saying that I know going into it that's what UIL is looking at to an extent. So I'm going to program that way.
Right.
And if I don't program that way, that's on me.
Correct. I'm going to ask you a different question later about that.
Yeah.
The all-state process. Do y'all have a similar process in Kentucky? Same way?
It's just not as nearly as extensive as this one is.
Right, because there's not as many people trying out.
There's not like a phase 1, a phase 2. And it was and I'm sure it's changed since I've been there, but I think it was actually, there's a snare drum track.
They used to do that down here in Texas.
Yeah, so it's like I'm auditioning for All-State on snare drum.
Right.
And then I'm auditioning on timpani, and it was all separate. So you wouldn't having to learn all 4 etudes. Well, here, obviously, the kids are doing a snare, a 2-mallet, a 4-mallet, a timpani all at the same time. So that's different.
So you like the process here, how it does it? Maybe some things that could improve or whatever?
I do. I'm always impressed with how well the kids play.
Sure.
It's mind-blowing to me. Knowing what my middle school and high school experience was. That's not a slam on my directors. They were awesome and did what they could with what they had. But it was one director teaching 60, 70 kids in a room at all times.
Sure.
There were no pullouts. There was no private lesson stuff. They were all just trying to make it work.
Of course.
So they did a great job, but here it's just so much more specific, and what these kids are able to do is pretty remarkable.
Right. What's really interesting is there are probably some people listening right now that go, I am a single band director with 60 to 70 kids.
Absolutely.
And it's 2020.
Yeah, and I've been there. When I was in Kentucky and Tennessee, that's what it was. And I worked at schools. It was kind of odd. I was an anomaly there, where I was being brought in, paid by the boosters to come in and teach percussion and pull kids out and do that. So I sympathize and I get that. I lived it.
Now, the honor band process, you've been a part of a band that has won and performed as the 6A state honor band. Kind of a grueling process, very different than winning BOA, winning state marching contest, because it's basically you're recording tapes and submitting them. So what are your thoughts on that whole, maybe just the process as well, and then putting that concert on?
It was awesome. I mean, doing the whole concert, the crowd that night was fantastic. And I remember coming out to do the sound check, because we did St. Nicholas 4th Symphony and did the whole organ thing, and we brought the marching band sound system out.
Of course.
So we wanted to kind of get some sound. We didn't have a ton of time.
No, because people are filing in.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that people come in, but you can still do a sound check before your concert. That's not meant for anybody who may or may not have performed at the All-State Clinic this year. But continue, Mr. Hobbs, about your sound check that you still did before your honor band.
I just know when we were coming out, it was kind of, we were almost kind of, me and Katie Van Doren were kind of like going through a sea of people to get back there, and I remember just being blown away, like, oh man, this is huge. And I knew it was a big deal going into it.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. I mean, it was stressful. I mean, just knowing that all your peers are going to be pretty much tearing apart whatever you're doing, more than likely.
Yeah.
The stress fell more on Mike, obviously, being the head director, and him.
Sure.
We just tried to support him as much as we could and make sure that he felt comfortable. But no, it was awesome, and it was a fantastic night. But it was awesome and stressful all at the same time.
Yeah, my brother was part of the Brazzenswood band. They won in 2012. He was the assistant, and he says it's the most exciting time you never want to do again. because you're prepping a concert, you're prepping a marching band show, you're prepping your concert, and half the audience is there to hate you. Half the audience is there going to love you no matter what. And
I can't blame them. I do the same thing when I go to a concert. I sit there and I'm taking mental notes. I mean, I love that. I don't like that as much. Sure. And, so I get it. I'm not faulting them for doing that. But at the same time, I know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. And you're right about the crowd. I don't know that your kids on a concert stage will ever play for a crowd as big as someone playing at TMEA. And that includes Midwest. That includes anything else. Marching band's the only thing in drum corps that gives you that amount of people. But these people are there to hear concert band.
but in that intimate of a setting too.
Oh, it's great.
It was unreal. And the reception, it was a very special night.
Yeah, and it was in a legit concert hall.
Yes.
Lila Cockrell at TMEA isn't, no offense to Midwest or anything. They're doing the best they can, but they're playing in a convention center.
Yeah, or a ballroom.
Exactly. Wibbick, all the, so yeah, it was, if you can ever come down, and it seemed like everyone came to TMEA this year just to hang out and watch, but good for them. Concert and sight reading, which is very much like the honor band process, but here you put together 3 pieces and then you have to do sight reading. Now, much like some others, you don't do a band, you just prepare percussion.
Correct.
I don't mean to say just prepare percussion.
No,
but
fine.
That's, you do your other kind of thing. But what are your thoughts on the concert and sight reading process?
That's actually similar to what we did in Kentucky. And I think what a lot of states do. Actually, I was just in Indiana judging and listening to Jay Webb talk about what they do. It's like every year it's a competition.
Oh, very good.
Like it's like honor band, but you're just going head to head with all these bands every single spring.
Nice.
Which sounds super stressful.
Oh, well,
but no, it's similar. Like I said, I think to what most states do. You prepare your pieces, you do your sight reading. So all that stuff. I think the rules and regulations of the sight reading room are pretty unique to UIL.
Yes.
And how specific those are.
They very much are. Which they're going to change now, aren't they? Something like that.
I think so. I did listen to that podcast. I promise.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I probably I glazed over to it. That's okay. It's okay. He had a lot of great information.
He was awesome. Yeah.
And then solo and ensemble. Now, one thing that I don't know if you do the quote unquote traditional solo and ensemble, which in Texas you have a list. You play your piece, usually in February. You prepare it for a judge. They give you a 1.
Yes.
Then you can decide to go to state. A lot of people, specifically percussionists, don't do that normal track anymore. And they either put on a percussion extravaganza concert or they bring in their own judges and they play music not on the PML perhaps. Yes. And they get a rating, they give a ranking, they give medals, they give prize money. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
What do y'all do at Vandegrift?
We do what you just described. We bring in our own contest, do our own thing. It's a concerto contest. I think Hector talked about Vista Ridge's version. I think that's all kind of similar.
Sure.
I think Cedar Park does one as well. I think Rouse. And we just kind of do our own thing, bring judges in, and they pick the top 2 from each room, and that goes on to the semifinals.
Yeah.
And the band directors judge those semifinalists, narrow it down to 10, and then we usually bring a clinician in who kind of comes in and works with the kids, not a judge, and actually plays while we tabulate scores. This past year we did Shi Wu came in.
Nice.
And that was awesome. She was fantastic.
Wow. That is great.
It's cool. And it rotates. Like last year was a percussionist. This year's probably a brass player. Next year will be a woodwind. We just kind of cycle through those.
Right. Probably Chris Howard. Yeah, we get it. This year it's Donnie Van Doren. Geez. A little nepotism going on there. Now, is it Brian Zader is the one that's been revolutionizing the PML as it pertains to percussion.
It's like he's put a lot of work into that.
I remember at least even as 10 years ago, that list was awful. Like the pieces were out of print, they were old. We're gonna play 4/4 or Gainsborough, all fine pieces, but there were so many more great pieces being written and
but
published.
So much stuff is coming out now too.
Yeah,
I mean it's hard to keep track of it all.
It is, and not a lot of it's good. That's right, I said it.
Well, I won't say. I'm just saying, like when I look at Tap Space and like that, like I'm seeing pieces like on the front page, like 250 pieces came out this year, and you're just like, oh my god, better get listening. Just trying to keep up with it, and stay current.
Yeah, that's why you only play Jim Casella stuff. So
that's not true.
I know.
But I do like some Jim Casella.
You sure do. We know that. So Joseph, if I may call you Joseph, you are a transplant, and meaning you're not from this state.
It sounds so ugly.
The way I say it, yeah.
It is.
And you alluded to my Facebook comments and whatnot, and I've been a proponent of social media for so long.
I don't post often, but I read a lot. I hang in the shadows.
You're a silent observer.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Me and Mike Howard are similar in this.
Dude, Mike, every once in a while, he'll send me something like, what? You've been paying attention? You've been listening?
We pay attention, Dan.
I love it.
And our wives, it's funny, both of our wives are very, very hip on social media. And like,
dude, Amber's
awesome. She's great.
I love Amber. Not that I don't love your wife, but I've known Amber more.
No, I got
yeah. So your wife's an extension of you.
I think
so
my wife's pretty awesome. We can talk about that later.
I think she's a cool bird. Yes, meaning So there seems to be a lot of people who move to Texas, not just percussionists, but we're going to focus on percussionists, because they're like, I want to work with those kids. I want to get those talent. I want to get those instruments. I want the money. I want the support. Not money meaning your salary, but money that is supporting this. And then they get down here and go, oh, these stupid 75-year-old white UIL judges, up, time to turn the drums down. Oh, my electronics, blah, blah, blah. Hate, 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 hate. Am I wrong in thinking, don't move here if you're going to complain about all of our stuff, because you're actually benefiting from everything that we have here? If you don't want to complain about it, move back to, in your case, Kentucky.
You have a much firmer stance than I do.
I know, it's not black or white. I get that. And you were more political by saying, hey, it's the game. If you don't change...
That's how I look at all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Past the education part.
Right.
When you enter yourself into a contest, there are rules and there are things that are preferences a part of those contests.
Sure.
Is what it is. Like, you talk about honor band.
Yeah.
We did a percussion ensemble. I knew not to go out there and bow a gong for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have done that.
I hate those pieces.
I'm just saying, but I could have done. That's what I've done. What's my audience? My audience is
Cage's third construction. Right?
Predominantly band directors with some percussion guys in there. So I'm going to program according to that.
Yeah.
Same thing with the marching band stuff. Program to your audience, to the people that if you don't care about the numbers, then that's fine too. Like, go to town, but then don't complain when the numbers aren't what you want them to be, because you knew the preferences going into that system.
Exactly.
So that's, I'm not saying, I just have I have patience, but sometimes I'm just kind of like, guys, you be smarter than that. You figure it out. It's a game. It's all a game.
That's a good motto.
Be
smarter than that.
Nah, that sounds terrible. I shouldn't have said that. But I just,
well,
we know going into it, that don't bump the synths up.
Yeah.
And just be smart about your choices and your programmatic choices. And, even, I'm going to talk about this later, but even going like Vandegrift this past fall, for BOA stuff, the percussion played a lot.
Correct. You played more than maybe you have ever.
And I'll be honest, like early on, I remember talking, it's like, is this okay? Wait
a minute. It's all drums for 45 seconds?
I'm saying, like, there's a lot of, we did a lot of percussion exposure. Yeah. And I think Markworth did a fantastic job of making them sound different.
Yes.
And I will say this, we got a lot of credit for that on tapes. People hearing the percussion playing, but also playing musically.
Correct. And that you started with the show all percussion.
Yeah.
And it was not a ram jam.
Well, exactly. The way Markworth wrote it was not, look how much we can play. It was textural. It was
kind of look how
space.
Musical we can play.
Yeah. So it's like, once again, we know our effect judges, our music effect judges. We know our music analysis judges. We know what their preferences are, and we're going to score to that.
Well, and honestly, Vandegrift, I think if you came out and did that, it would be like, what? Why are you doing that? That is not what we have come to expect from a Vandegrift band / drumline. Whereas I think Cedar Ridge with Rick could, because they've been doing shows where their percussion just kind of like come out there and arc it
and
up.
they play so great. Like you could tell this is like what's one of our strengths. So probably like our percussion section's a strength. Let's showcase that.
Yeah, it was definitely, and it's du jour. The book was written very Broken City-ish. The last 3 years, Broken City's been very roboto.
In Vandegrift, you thought Vandegrift?
Yeah, Vandegrift's book was similar in that.
Someone else said that. I thought it was interesting. I think that first he just utilized space.
And I think Broken City utilizes a lot of space.
And then other times it was not that. Which is interesting.
It's definitely a compliment, and I hope Andrew don't think it's like, what? I'm not, I'm not saying that's how you talk, Andrew, but it's, oh, God, Daniel.
Space.
Yeah, space.
No, I don't think it. No, I just thought what he did was fantastic. And once again, going back to the original point was just,
I don't remember what the original
It was program.
Oh, yeah.
Program to
smarter.
your audience.
Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, Joey, as a non-Texan native, I'd like your thoughts on the following.
Are we doing food now? Is this food? This is where you get judgy. This is where you get judgy.
I get judgy. I feel like the minute it records, I'm judgy.
Here we go.
Favorite taco, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
You get it. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna own it.
Let's do this.
And I'm gonna own it. I like Torchy's.
You would.
I'm a transplant, and I like Torchy's.
Yeah, and you're white.
And the tortilla's not great. I get that. I get it. But I like the stuff. I like the stuff in the taco.
You like all that stuff?
I do, man. I like the Democrats. The taco. I'm not going politics.
Not a political post here.
No. I like the queso. The queso's good. I've heard people defend the queso on this podcast.
They do. That's the one they defend. So
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna own it.
You should.
Hey, there's one next to my house too, and that's the convenience.
You know what's also next to my house? Taco Bell. You know how often I go there? Rarely.
Can I defend Taco Bell just a little bit? Not that it's great.
If it's after 12 a.m., it's fantastic.
It's a good post-football game snack.
I would agree with that.
Can I defend the cheesy gordita crunch?
Yeah, okay.
Just throwing that out.
Because Taco Bell isn't Mexican food. It's Taco Bell.
And I'm not saying that. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying.
Yeah, everyone here, Joe Hobbs, thinks Taco Bell is the most authentic Mexican food you can get. Why don't you have an accent, by the way?
Why don't I have an accent?
Did you used to have one?
I don't think I've ever had one.
Really? There are videos of my wife talking, like literal videos, and she has her big old thick Kentucky accent.
Let's see, Murray's kind of a weird city. Like it's university is kind of that city. Like the university kind of makes up the whole city of Murray. I don't know, but my parents are very interesting. My mom worked at the university. That's why we moved there. Okay. She was I'm going to mess this up. She was the dean of College of Health Sciences. I think that's what they called it.
Like something legit.
And then my dad was kind of a farm guy, but also had his master's degree. But it was like in these two
in farming.
Yeah, not in farming. What was it in? I don't think I can tell you what.
Animal husbandry.
No, I don't think so. I don't even know what that is.
I've just heard it before.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Thank
you.
Good word.
But anyway, just like, I don't know. Like, just growing up, my mom was from Indiana. We went up there quite a bit. It's like I never got the twang, if you will.
Oh, all right. That's fine. That's fine. So you have to work to get rid of it. Favorite burger?
In Austin.
Sure. We'll go with that. Or in Texas. You've been around.
I need a second on this one.
There's really only one wrong answer.
No, because me and my wife and some friends actually did like a burger tour. Like,
I've done that too.
We were like trying to do a list, and I can't remember the name of the place.
There's a radio station that did a best burger of Austin, and I tried to do every one of them on the list. The problem was one of them was at a gentleman's club, and I didn't feel comfortable going in just to try that hamburger.
What was some on the list? It's good to rattle
Hutt's Hamburgers, which is closed now. That was downtown.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like Mighty Fine was on there. Hop Dotty's like a fusion. It's like Portuguese. It's a fusion burger type place.
Salt and Thyme?
Top notch. Wait, what?
Salt and Thyme? I kind of look it up. Can I use my phone?
Oh, my God. Can you use a lifeline? Yeah, go ahead and pull your... Yeah, I'll just... Joe is getting out his wallet phone.
I just want to make sure
Welcome
I'm
to
not saying the wrong
2015.
thing. Are you making fun of my...
It's so convenient. All my credit cards are next to my phone. Yes. You know who got rid of that? Juan Carrera. Or maybe he went to it. I don't know.
I'm on airplane mode. That's why I'm an idiot. I turned that off so when you get phone calls. You can edit that out.
No, they're going to go like, man, Joe.
In terms of... To go back... I can't remember...
Salty Sow is what you were saying, the best burger.
I was like a place called Salt and Thyme. But I do like P. Terry's.
It's a good burger.
I do like Mighty Fine.
Salt and Thyme Butcher Burger.
Yes, that's it. Oh, see, I wasn't wrong.
You were not. It's on East 7th because all the places.
It's expensive, but it's fantastic.
Like how expensive?
Like $27.
Oh my God!
Like it's like a nice, like it's legit.
Oh wow! Okay.
It's like a date night. It's not
So we would go on a date to have this burger.
Are you asking me out right now?
Oh my God! This is the first time in podcast history we have been locked eyes the whole time.
It is. Well, it's the setup.
That's right. But it keeps the comedy fresh.
That's true.
That's right. What about your favorite barbecue?
Favorite barbecue? Franklin's.
That's a solid answer. Yeah. Do you have a favorite fried chicken?
Ooh, I have a favorite fried chicken sandwich.
Oh, well, let's do it.
I think I want to be. It's Tumble 22, which is the place that Hector talked about, or you talked about.
No, that Dustin told me to go.
Now, who took Dustin for the first time?
He did not tell me that part.
This guy. This guy.
Oh my God! He dropping truth bombs. He said, "I found this fantastic." No, he didn't say that part. Yeah. He just told me that I should go there.
Yeah.
Tumble 22.
Tumble 22. It's fantastic.
It is.
Yeah.
It really was great.
I went with the dark meat.
I ordered the wrong cut of meat.
What'd you
order? I think I ordered the thigh or the breast. I ordered the wrong one, and Dustin's
either one is still pretty good. Well, Dustin's going to get all snooty about food.
Well, he's working out and all that stuff. I'm surprised he even eats fried chicken.
That's true.
Puts that in a temple.
He takes care of himself. He runs a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. Do you have a favorite wings place?
I'd probably go Pluckers.
Yeah, it's a good. You haven't been here long
enough. Wingstop is fine, but Pluckers is fine too.
I don't Wingstop. No, there's one down my house too. Do you have a favorite vodka? I know you're from Kentucky.
Oh.
So this is a different question. I'm asking some different ones now. I knew you'd prepare. But I'm curious because we have a lot of vodka in Texas now.
Oh. I mean, it's not popular. I'd go Kettle One, actually. I like a good Kettle One and Sprite in the summer.
Sprite?
Yeah.
Not Sierra Mist? Do you hate it when they go like, we don't have Sprite? Sierra Mist?
I can roll with it. I'm flexible.
You're not snobby?
Yeah.
Tea, sweet or unsweet?
Ooh, can I cheat? Can I go half unsweet, half and half?
I do that too. Yeah.
Except Rudy's. Rudy's has good sweet tea.
I can
go
Rudy's
straight up
tea.
sweet tea at Rudy's.
My wife says Rudy's is her favorite tea. I think y'all would get along. It's the whole Kentucky thing.
From Kentucky, yeah.
Joe, how do you take your coffee?
Cream and sugar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little bit of sugar. Lots of cream.
I'm all black with sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're at Vandegrift. Not Vandergrift. According to your biography, you won the Dripping Springs Drumline Contest in 2016 and 2017. It's a big deal. You won the Lone Star Contest with just Vandegrift. in 2018. You performed at Midwest in 2017. So did you not do anything in 2015 or 2019 that was worthy to put on your
2015? Newman Smith? I was still Newman Smith.
Okay, no, right. So you're still Newman Smith. So basically you came down here and just started taking names is what
I
happened.
just tried to keep up, man.
And the only thing you did this year was win Grand Nats.
Yeah, Tropic Springs again.
Oh, it's on your bio grid.
Am I supposed to post every time
You need to update it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like Hector's like, hey man, I've been teaching 18 years, not 17. Vista hasn't updated the bio.
It's a little pompous. Like every time you win, something, gotta go update the bio.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I'm not saying that was Hector. I'm just
no, not at all. Not
you'd
at
be
all.
surprised. People like, they put on their Facebook wall, like they list the people who like list every program that they program for, like, no, and I have plenty of friends. I'm the artistic programming coordinator consultant for.
Blah, 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 blah,
Should I just write all 45 schools that buy my music this year?
Maybe you're missing out.
Am I? Oh, God. In the words of Andrew Ebert, he forgot that I don't like publicity. So, hey, so y'all been really good at
trying to be
percussion, right?
Doing our best.
Yeah, not just marching band, obviously, because Midwest is a big deal. What was it like putting together that concert? Do you remember?
The honest answer is stressful. I just meant I go back to the Kentucky thing. I don't know. I've always felt a little bit of a chip on my shoulder coming down here, and a little bit just trying to fit in and trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Well, you're a cool guy. You hang out at Paul Pate barbecues.
I'm talking about professionally. Like, I just look around. And it's like I know these guys came from this system and have been in this system for a long time, and I'm just still trying to feel like I'm figuring out a little bit at times.
Well, you also didn't come from Southwest Texas State University.
I know. It's a huge disadvantage for me.
It is a competitive disadvantage.
That's what I've been told.
I'm surprised you're even doing anything. Mike just took a chance on you, right? Is that what it was?
Kind of did, man, in all honesty. I mean, I did not know Mike before this. I didn't know Caden and none of those guys.
Right, yeah. Because we knew when Paul left, it was going to be I assumed a nationwide search, and this is meant when they said, "Oh, we're going to hire this guy Joe Hobbs from," I was like, "I don't know who this person is," which doesn't mean anything because I don't know a lot of people because I'm no longer an educator. I'm not in that game.
Yeah.
But it seems like it was a pretty good hire.
My name got tossed around by Rick Rodriguez.
Richard Rodriguez.
Because I worked with Rick at Cavaliers.
That's right. The Cavaliers of Rosemont, Illinois, which we'll get to in a little bit.
And I think they reached out to Rick at some point, as everyone does, because Rick's kind of the godfather of percussion in the Austin area. And I think they said, "Hey, Rick, we know we're having a vacancy. Mm-hmm. Who do you suggest?" And I think Rick knew that I was maybe looking to do something different. Right. And I think that's how because I remember Rick called me first and said, "Hey, do you mind if I give your name to this guy?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Yeah. And then Mike called soon after that. And my wife was really funny. I was like, "This is a job in Austin I might look at." And she's like, "Take it." And I was like, "Well, do you want to hear about the program? Do you want to hear?" She's like, "Nope, don't care. Just take it." Wow. And I was so funny, I was really hesitant to ask, "Kara, I don't want to move again." But
and where's she from?
She's from St. Louis.
St. Louis. East St. Louis?
No.
Because I learned about East St. Louis on National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yeah, a little scary over there.
That's what I hear.
I heard it's getting better.
I wouldn't know. Is she a band kid?
No, not at all. Nothing to do with band.
I did see a photo of you and her. Yeah. It was on your Facebook. It was like a throwback Thursday or something like that. She posted it, but tagged you. Yeah. Your hair was a little longer.
It was a little longer.
Y'all were all a little younger.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was a Cavaliers thing or something. I don't know.
It might have been.
I don't remember. I don't know what the point of this was. I just want to know where she's from. St. Louis.
St. Louis.
What does she do these days?
She is the Fund Development Director for Funda.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I should have hard
D. Fund.
I wasn't going to say that, but
it's an adult podcast. You can say that. I said it.
I'm going on. Moving on.
Yep.
She's the Fund Development Director for Texas CASA.
Oh, yes. CASA.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So she runs the fundraising for that.
That's awesome.
For the state organization. Yeah, she's fantastic at it. She's awesome. Everywhere you've moved for a band job, she has landed on her feet and done remarkable. She's awesome.
Right on. I'm glad to hear it. Now, Joe, do you like professional sports?
I do like professional sports.
Now, you're from Kentucky. But what is the hat you always wear?
That gets me out, though. I know where you're going.
I want to put this on tape. We want to make it permanent.
Well, okay. So Cosman gave me a hard time the other day.
Eric who?
So Eric Cosman.
I don't know why.
Because I was wearing a Yankees hat.
A Yankees hat, of course.
Which is my original go-to. But I did wear a Cubs hat in 2016.
Yes, you did.
And people are confused. So is this where I set the record straight?
If you'd like to set the record straight once and for all.
Okay, so here's my defense.
Bandwagon fans, we got it.
Here's my defense. I'm from Kentucky.
You are.
With hats, which has no major sports team. No professional sports team is in the state of Kentucky.
Correct. I mean, you do pay the players at Kentucky, but
we do, and they're awesome. Yeah, Calipari, fantastic. I will defend that. We can talk about that later. That's personal.
There are questions on here.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Don't worry.
So anyway, growing up, in high school, late 90s. The Yankees were on a tear.
They sure were.
Getting going. Mariano Rivera, fantastic. My dad hated the Yankees, so we would watch baseball games.
Right.
And we would always bet on the games, $5 a game.
Oh, boy.
And I would just be like, I'll take the Yankees. Because he would never take them.
Yeah.
So I just made a ton of money. And year after year, like 97, 98, 99, like really up to like 2002, 2003, when I was still in Murray, we would always watch the games together. Yeah. And I got used to rooting for the Yankees. Okay. So then I had a roommate in college who was a huge Red Sox fan. So it was kind of like just kind of kept it going. I've kind of dropped off a little bit. It's kind of my enthusiasm has dipped a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, unless Aaron Judge does something about it.
And then the Cubs hat, the defense was I just always got such a hard time from the alumni Cavaliers.
Oh,
when I'd wear it in the summer, and they're just like Hobbs, dude, that hat, seriously.
Yeah.
So I was like, fine, I'll buy a Cubs hat. I'll appease. It's fine.
Right.
And I wore it the summer of 2016, coming into the fall of 16.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious.
Yeah.
With electronics, especially leading into the fall. And like, so I wore it one contest. It went really well. I did not wear that hat. It was a football game. Electronics like just went out. It was a hot mess. And I was like, I got to wear this hat for the rest of the season. I just have to.
Right.
And that was it.
And when did they win the World Series?
I think it was that year.
So basically, they should all thank you.
I think so. And I did watch the World Series. I got into it. I was like, I'm wearing the hat. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to follow the team. And it was a great World Series.
I was rooting for Cleveland.
Oh, really?
Well, good.
That's great for baseball, man. The Cubs winning the World Series.
Yeah, but it's Cleveland. Come on. It was a great story because...
What do you mean it's Cleveland?
Cleveland basketball had just won. Well, look,
it's Cleveland,
man. Look, we know the stereotypes of Cleveland, Ohio. A mistake by the lake, etc. I mean, they got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They've had a rough go of it. I got it. But they've won their title with LeBron.
Yeah, they deserve baseball, too.
For them.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
I like the Indians. I like some Major League back in the day.
Dude, that's probably why I want to.
Yeah.
Because Major League, that's one of my favorites.
Oh, it's fantastic. We talk about sports movies, too, if you want. We can get on that road.
Oh, well, you didn't like any sports movies on your Facebook page, so we can't talk about that.
Oh, wow.
All right, Joe, I would like your reaction to when I say the following words. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Rick Pitino. Oh, see, I thought I'd start with this one because my wife is the same way.
Do you want a facial reaction? What do you want? I'm still on board. I'm okay with. Wait, no, this is terrible because he did horrible things as a human.
I'm speaking
Are we talking
more
about as a human or as a basketball?
As a basketball coach. Let's be specific.
He's a good coach
because he won for Kentucky.
I like the full court press. I like the 3-point shot.
Then he went to the Celtics and then went to Louisville.
Terrible with the
He
Celtics.
sure did.
Terrible.
But he won a title with Louisville, right?
He did.
Yeah, that's the guy. The guy like broke his leg or something in the Final Four.
They were good. They were a good team. His teams are fun to watch play.
Right.
Because it's fast paced and just energetic, and I get behind that.
John Calipari.
Fantastic.
You're not worried about NCAA infractions?
Good human being? Not sure.
I don't know. His daughter's funny on Twitter.
Is she really? I gotta follow her. I'm not on Twitter though.
She goes all the trolls, that attack her or her dad, and she's just like, she kind of.
There's a great documentary. Have you seen One and Done?
I don't think
30 for 30, ESPN. Probably. That's great.
Is it about the Kentucky?
It's about Calipari, just his backstory.
Oh.
He was at UMass before, right?
I did.
He was fantastic
Before
at UMass.
He was at
Marcus Camby. Then with Memphis. Memphis didn't go well. Competitively went well. But
yes. You know what? 30 for 30 I did watch.
What's that?
I would like your reaction to Christian Leitner.
I still hate him.
Still hate him.
Still hate him. I was talking to kids. I had this kid in my beginner class who wears Duke stuff every day, and I just rag him every day. Talk about Kyrie Irving, is out for the season.
Yeah.
And I told the story. I was like, guys, this is my first sports memory, and this is true.
Right.
Was the 92 Christian Leitner shot. I remember staying up with my dad, and we stayed up and watched the game, and that was my favorite. Just Travis Ford was on that UK team. Okay. Love me some Travis Ford. He's like 5'8". That wasn't that short, but like 6 foot, 6'1".
Sure.
Just working. And man, we had the lead, and then that one-handed pass, Grant Hill to the free throw line, one shimmy, Christian Leitner fadeaway shot, hit it. Man, I just. It's heartbroken. That was my first and that got me. I think probably hooked me. That was I'm in. I never felt so heartbroken, and it's I just love sports. I just love that. But no, it still hurts, man. And then they every March
year,
Madness they just show it over and over again, and it's brutal. It's brutal.
Did you see the commercial they did a few years ago where Leitner was throwing trash in his trash can, and Rick Pitino sticks his head out of the house like they're neighbors? I sent it to my wife. She goes, "Why would you send that to me?" It's because it's funny.
They have shirts, and I need to buy one. It just says "I still hate Leitner."
Yes,
and I'm on board.
Yeah, I think you should. Last one, CATS.
Cats, cats, cats.
That's right, because you don't know how to spell it apparently, and without a chant.
Well, we do know how to spell it. So we want to let you know how to
It's
spell
like Jets
it.
fans.
For those Texan fans, we want to know those guys out.
Look, we don't care. We're not a basketball
No,
state.
I know.
We'll sure.
I like the coach. I like
Shaka.
Yeah, I like
he might have
Shaka.
saved
He was
his
great at
job,
VCU.
Man. Yeah, I think that someone mentioned it that he was used to getting scrappy kids at VCU, so they were like really like scrappy, right?
That
And
makes
then
sense.
he came here, and UT is very elite, and I'm sure they get these kids that are very. I don't know. They're not scrappy, right?
Yeah.
But now all these injuries have happened, so he's had to put like these kids together that are
Maybe
really.
that's the secret sauce.
That's the
what
thing,
it is.
man. In UT, I mean.
Why is it not? Can I ask this?
I would like you to share the story. I think you know what I'm talking about with Damien and Gilly about UT fans, if you can.
And Jessica Gonzalez was there too, and I went over to Dave's, and he was grilling out and Dave at the
50.
TCU game in the back,
Because nobody cares about TCU
and he's just
except for
grilling
Dave.
out there watching TCU, and they're killing it. This is the first game of the season, and Damien Gonzalez and Jessica and Gilly,
And it was the Maryland game.
Was the Maryland game?
They were away the second year.
Yep. And we were watching the game, and I was just innocent bystander. I was like, oh, look, we're up, guys. Texas up, we're up by 7. And he made us look at me like, we'll blow it. We're so terrible. And I'm just like, can you not just accept the fact that you're winning the football game? No. And I was like, this is the most self-loathing fan base I've ever seen in my life. And I'm trying. Wherever I live, I try and follow those teams because I enjoy that. I think it's fun.
Thank you.
So I do try and follow the Texas team, but it's just so funny to me. It's just such a negative. I guess it's just years of not having the team they wanted, and it's just such a negative outlook. It's like, come on, guys.
You were correct. So much hype every year, and it's just
There is a lot of hype. They do get overhyped. I mean,
and it doesn't help that every year the sports
ranking.
people, they're like, oh, Texas is 22nd. We're like, please don't rank us.
well, no, absolutely, and
We'll
I
do
get
better
that.
if we're not ranked.
But just so funny, just that even when you're up, but you still feel like you're down.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable till there's at least a 24-point lead.
We gotta get that. We gotta fix that, Texas fans. We gotta.
Maybe you need to wear a Longhorn hat this
Hey,
year.
I made it through Leitner.
Yeah.
We can make it through Maryland.
Well, our Leitner would be Michael Crabtree. I don't know if you. This
I know,
was,
yeah,
the Texas Tech one.
yeah.
We would have gone to the championship that year, but
Who was the quarterback then? Was that still Colt McCoy years?
it was it was Colt McCoy. It was the year before they did well again or something like that.
That Vince Young Rose Bowl game is the best college game of all time.
Yes, I know everyone's like, oh, but no,
No, it was fantastic.
The amount of talent that was on those two teams.
Yeah, it was
and
fun
they
to
were
watch.
1-2 the whole year. Like this is the only time I think that teams that were started ranked
And
1-2.
USC looked fantastic going into that game with Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Lindell White.
Lendell White, man,
Man.
Tennessee Titans.
They were fantastic.
Really were. Yeah, the 2 years at the Rose Bowl, because Vince Young, they played Michigan the year before.
I didn't watch that game.
Well, you're not a Longhorn fan, but
I was never a big college football guy, to be honest with you.
well, do they have football at the Racer Band?
They did not very good.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of
Basketball team's better.
it. Are they Div 2, Div 3? What are they? Or are they Div 1?
It's Div 1, but it's not. I don't think it's like real Div 1.
Gotcha,
It's
right.
I don't know, like it's out in the middle of nowhere. Div
They're not even in the MAC.
But I know in basketball, because John Morant, number 2 overall pick,
Yeah.
playing with the Grizzlies, is Murray State alumni.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when one of the CMU guys, Central Michigan, was drafted number 1. He was a defensive guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but they're the MAC.
Anyway, we gotta move on.
Welcome back to the
So I like sports.
bourbon and sports related podcast here.
So
So
about movies next, we could really go deep dive on
we
that.
could. Well, we got a lot of. Oh my God, this is like Ogechi's, where like I look at the clock, like we're 50 minutes in, and I still have so much.
Oh, I'm
to
sorry.
get to.
I'll talk
No,
less.
this is great. I think it's fine. I means I need to start skipping questions around here. So, on Facebook, you don't like, quote unquote, any classical composers or arrangers other than Tap Space and Viz Audio, which I suppose technically counts as Brian Harmson. So,
I'm surprised I honestly even like that. I never
yeah,
really
and you
go
don't
through
like
and
Sketchbook
things.
Podcast on there,
I like it in real life,
and you're actually on it. So does that? I guess that's
but I like it. I've literally I've listened to almost every one.
almost every one of them.
I can't.
Not
You
the
asked me
marching
that.
band
I can't remember the ones that I have not.
Probably the marching band, except for the one where we break down Grand Nats and y'all, and you're like, stupid Daniel.
I might listen. Or what was the awards show one? I gave you a hard
Sketchies.
time
You
about.
did listen to the
Sketchies. I
Sketchies.
did listen to the sketches.
All right, okay, let's talk about the Sketchies. Now,
I think it's funny. No, I'm not going to say that.
no. Okay, so just for clarification, it wasn't just me.
I don't know. I think it's just you
No.
alone in your house with just sitting by yourself looking through categories.
Who can I piss off the
I don't
most?
know what you'd be drinking at the time. Just
Topo Chico and
just
vodka or something.
sipping it slowly.
Go like, this will piss. That's right.
Yeah.
Take that, Mike Howard. No.
That's my mental image. That's
There
what
was
I
a
thought.
collection of nerds who were probably doing
How
similar.
many nerds total? That sounds terrible. I'm not going to call somebody.
No, they call themselves the nerds. It's
Okay.
called the Nerd Slack. There's
How
a
many?
Slack group.
How many are in the nerd Slack?
I'm like, oh, total?
Yeah.
There's more than I know. But then we have private channels, and there was a private channel I set up for a select group of nerds.
Called the Nerdier Slack? What's
the private? It was called the Sketchies channel, and I go, hey, I have this idea. And so I invited, I think, like 11 or 12 kids 11, 12. Into it.
That's solid. I
say kids, but some of them are 40, so whatever. Next year, I will open it up a little more, and we'll do it immediately after Grand Nat. So
I
fresher.
agree.
Yeah. So maybe you'll get your Drumline Award.
No, it was fun. It was fun to listen to.
Yeah, thank you.
I was just happy we got nominated for Best Sound Design.
Which
knowing our program, and I said this with love, it has now been one of our fortes the past few years.
People loved your sound design.
It was
enough to nominate it.
I will take it. We'll take it all day long. Nominated.
Now, on February 15th on Facebook, you wrote, if you can, you should definitely check out Last Chance Percussion Apparel. Yeah. Some great guys with a great product.
They're good people.
I'm sure they are. Anybody maybe send you any free product also this year?
Oh, the General Effects shirt. I do. I wear that all the time.
You're not wearing it right now?
Do you want me to do the pitch right now? Is that what you're saying?
You know what? Why don't say the exact thing, but maybe how did you come across this apparel, Joe?
The Last Chance or the General Effect?
The General Effect. I don't care about Last Chance.
Can I give them a shout out? They're good people.
You go ahead and do it first. All right.
It's Rob Parks, Josh Jennings. Do you know those guys?
Oh, yes, that's right. Dr. Josh Jennings from the Mike Howard.
And Dr. Rob
Yamaha.
Parks.
I'm not as familiar with Rob Parks, but
great guy.
Josh Jennings is on that Yamaha poster with Mike Howard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They both teachers in the Dallas area and started kind of a t-shirt company. Mm-hmm. And reached out and said, "Can you help us out?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So that's what that was.
Oh, great. Okay.
But going to your clothing line.
Thank you for calling it a clothing line because it is.
The long sleeve shirt is fantastic. It's super soft. It is my go-to. Like lounging clothes. I have that, and I have a pair of pants I like to lounge in.
I think Van Doren said you and Dustin wore yours like immediately, right, or something.
We did wear it,
and then she's like, "It's actually really comfortable." It's like
it's super soft. It's a great material.
It's Supima cotton. Nobody else.
What does that mean?
Let me nerd out about this. Okay,
so
normal strands of cotton aren't very long, right? When they put all the shirts that are made of cotton together, Supima cotton is the longest strand of cotton you can get, which means you're using you're using longer cotton, so it somehow makes it softer. I don't know. I don't know the whole magic.
Is that grown in America?
Now, it is. There are only certain parts of the world that can grow it because of climate and temperature, and I know those are the same things. And the height of things, whatever it's called, atmosphere. No, that's not the right word. Elevation. There we go.
Okay.
And then only certain cottons can be quote unquote legally called Supima cotton.
Oh.
Some people are familiar with Pima. P-I-M-A, and you can call almost anything Pima cotton, but Supima is very different, and that is
but it's grown in America.
A lot of it is, yes.
Okay.
But the shirts are made in Pakistan. So anyway, but nevertheless,
it is a great shirt.
It is comfortable,
and it is very.
You stand by it.
I do. I absolutely do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that plug on the podcast, but not on Facebook.
Man, it's not a big Facebook poster. What that was that my last post, February 15th.
It might have been.
What's the date now? Like March
5th. We're recording this a day after March 4th. The stupid, we should make that a marching band holiday. Yeah, okay, great.
Fine.
One Tatata or one Eanda?
One Eanda.
Yeah, of course.
I've done the one Tatata at Carrollton. They did
for
that.
The birds.
Very confusing for me.
Yes. So you were on staff at the following drum and or bugle corps. Yes. You are currently the battery coordinator at the Bluecoats of Canton, Ohio. You were the caption head for the Cavaliers of Rosemont, Illinois.
Yes.
2015 through 2018.
Yes.
Correct? Yes. You were also on the staffs of the Regiment of Phantoms, the Atlanta Spirits, and City Mystique, which is not a drum corps, but it's still a drum indoor percussion line.
Yes.
But you marched the Cavaliers.
And I did teach Southwind for 1 year.
Did I not have
2007.
That? Oh, I'm sorry.
Where Banished Beyond started drum corps.
Wait, I thought he was... Really?
Yeah.
Wait. So weird that Banished Beyond was at Southwind and Vandegrift, and yet you're saying that you're not Banished Beyond.
I know. It's just funny.
It is funny.
It's the way the world works.
Is it? I don't know. Now looking at your smile in your eyes, I'm kind of feel like if we put a mask on you, your body type's kind of similar too.
Oh, you see I'm slender? I look like a young man?
Aren't you a young man?
I don't feel like a young man.
Having kids does that. And you marched the Cavaliers.
I did.
You marched Southwind.
I did.
You are a 2-time DCI I&E champion.
Only one. I won that once.
As a snare drum solo, but you won mixed ensemble, right?
I did win mixed ensemble.
That counts.
106. That's a good story behind that.
Okay, why don't you tell it? Or can you not? Or
no,
I can't really talk about it.
David Bertman was the brass caption head at the time.
That's right.
And they were playing. They had an encore piece. It was a march. I think it was Rolling Thunder. I believe.
Sounds about right.
And it was kind of like, they're going to play that, and that was going to be their mixed ensemble. But they needed a snare drummer. And David Berman was like, just make the part up on the way. Make sure there's a triangle in the middle. I want some gunshots in there too.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay, cool. So literally I went in there and I made up a snare drum part about 30 minutes before we went in there and played. And it was funny, the way they scored it back then was there was a brass score and a percussion score that were separate. And the brass score was literally like a 98 or 99.5, something crazy. And the percussion score was like 71.
Oh my God.
But it averaged out just enough to beat
Can you imagine?
next best group. And we won that one mixed ensemble.
2-time INE champion. You're also a 2-time DCI World Champion with the Cavaliers. What were those shows? Was it 007 Machine?
007 Machine, yeah.
And those were the Jim Casella years, right?
No, I got both, actually. So Brett Kuhn was there in 04 and 05.
Oh, okay, that's right.
And then Casella came in 06.
Yeah, so you just walked in and go like, hey, let's just win this year. And they're like, sure. And,
For 06.
And then he won, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But his voice was so unique and, not to nerd out about that stuff. I just felt like his writing was so different.
Oh my God.
And so I think when he brought his kind of vibe and what his musical taste was to the Cavaliers, that just made the Cavaliers seem different.
Correct.
And not that they were getting formulaic by any means, but they had kind of a formula there, like from 2000 till maybe 2005. And Scott and all those guys tried to always change it up a little bit.
Sure.
But it seemed like when Jim came in, he had such a fresh new voice.
Yep.
It just made the Cavaliers come across a little differently, and I think that really helped that core that year.
He is the one. Not that there haven't been others, but he's the one voice I miss in drum corps.
I miss it too, and we talk about it a lot. Being a friend of mine, and I always ask him.
Humble brag.
Well, I'm just anyway.
Did you do anything fun with him ever?
We go hiking.
Oh yeah, okay.
But I miss his voice too, man. I just thought it was always fresh, and
yeah,
I think. And I'd be curious to see how it would be perceived, his writing now.
Yeah.
Because the writing has changed. And I think you look at people that have come back who took some years off, and I don't think this is a weird thing to say. I think Tom Hannon, when he came back, and I think it was 11.
Yeah.
I feel like he had to start writing denser parts.
Correct.
And I think the same thing with Tom Oxford's kind of maybe say the same thing, like had to start writing denser. And that was never Jim's thing.
Yeah.
Jim was more about, it's a percussion ensemble that happens to use marching instruments, and everything is woven in together. And it's So the question is now, if he did come back, would adjudicators like that?
Right.
Would it sound too easy? You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? I think so. I'd be curious. I don't know, but I as a marching percussion lover and teacher and being a fan, he's one of my favorites. Easily one of my favorites.
I agree. What the Jims were doing in Vanguard and then the Cavaliers, just yeah. I loved it. I mean, him and those two, and then what Eric was doing with the Cavaliers.
Eric Johnson's Godfather of front ensemble.
Oh, I mean, he revolutionized the writing and the layout.
And a super humble guy. I don't know if you've even talked to him.
I may or may not have been on a tour of Innovative Percussion.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Humble brag.
Humble brag. Yeah, I'm not the only one, but I'm the dumb enough to pull out a camera and go, hey, no, trade.
He's actually the reason I'm in Texas is probably Eric Johnson.
Really? Yeah. Wow. Not in Tennessee.
No, I mean, I was in Lexington at the time, and there was a job opening in Houston. And Eric pulled me aside at a WDI regional and said, hey, there's a job opening in Houston. I think your name got brought up.
Oh.
And he's like, I think you should do it. And I said, well, I don't know. I was like, I don't want to go to Texas. I was like, am I selling out by going to Texas? Am I just, I kind of want to make my own way, chip on the shoulder a little bit. And
sure.
And he just was very honest. He's like, Joe, if you want to teach drums and you want to get paid well for it and you want health insurance and you want retirement, you should go to Texas.
Yeah.
And I was like, it makes a lot of sense.
It's just it's too simple, right?
Totally.
So simple it's hard.
It was, but that's just that guy's always been a guy that I call. He's the guy,
right?
The Yoda for me. Like I call, like I have a question, I'm stuck on something, help me out. Eric's just fantastic.
What did you win when you won Cavalier of the Year?
Just a plaque.
That's it.
Just
you didn't get like a golden buckle.
Well, they give you a buckle when you age out.
Yeah, but it's just the silver buckle.
Just the silver buckle.
Yeah, I thought maybe Cavalier of the Year would win a gold buckle.
No, nothing, man.
No?
But it's voted on.
It's voted by your peers?
By your peers.
Like the Sketchies.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Except you actually won this.
Yeah, that was a good, that's what you did there. No, that was a big honor. That was honestly, out of anything that I've I don't know, of all the things that I've done, that was a huge honor. That meant a lot.
That's awesome. My brother didn't win Cavalier of the Year, but
I think looking back, that I don't know if it's true or not. I want to say I'm the only snare drummer that ever has won that award.
Really?
It typically goes to drum majors.
I was going to say
people that have the most influence or most around all sections.
Who is the percussionist that had a catastrophic injury and then they put him on the backfield?
That was Ellis Hampton.
Ellis Hampton,
and he did win when he was the assistant drum major.
Okay, so technicality.
Yeah.
Right.
But someone that was a center snare or a member of the percussion section that
You were center snare?
I was center snare.
You tapped?
I did.
Just
Yep.
like Banished Beyond.
Just.
I'm convinced at this point. I'm convinced
think
it's really
so?
you. I think you're like, I'm going to say you are it. And then
That's all JP.
I don't know what that means.
His name's out. Everybody knows his name, right?
Do they? I don't know. I remember, God, maybe some people listening, actually our audience is pretty old or old enough. They remember when Banished Beyond just like came out of nowhere
It was
on,
a big
on
deal.
YouTube. It
Yeah.
was a huge deal.
And I'm pretty sure, and he could clarify this, that he paid his dues, like his last couple of years marching, by selling T-shirts and selling Banished
Don't doubt
Beyond stuff. Yeah.
Don't doubt it. Yeah, I mean, does he get any royalties for his Circle of Life stuff?
I don't know. He should.
Probably can't.
He should.
Yeah, whatever. So, how was your breakfast with Danny Glover? What's he like?
He was really nice.
Yeah.
You know, we go back, me and the gloves.
The gloves? Yeah.
You know, that's what I call him.
Yeah, sure. What does he call you? The Hobbs? The Hobbses?
No, he was in Atlanta Airport. It's funny, like I walked by him previously and he was taking a picture with someone. I was like, and I remember thinking like, that's like a really sweet grandfather. Like they haven't seen each other in a while. Like they're just having a good time. Like, man, that's awesome. And I could walk back. I was like, man, I want to get breakfast for my flight. And I came back.
Was it Bojangles?
It was not, but I can what it was. It was like a grits place. I like grits and like kind of southern food.
Really? Oh my wife likes grits too.
But anyway, so as I was walking, I was like, oh, that's Danny Glover. I was like, I'm jumping in line. I don't even care about this place. I'm just gonna jump in line. So he was like 3 people in front of me. 10 people must have asked him for an autograph or a photo, and he was nice to every single one of them. Super patient. It was pretty funny listening to Danny Glover order breakfast, that voice, from Lethal Weapon, and you're like, he's like, yeah, can I get sausage on those?
Is that
like,
what you think Danny Glover sounds like?
I have no voice. I have no impersonations at all. I got nothing.
All right, good.
But it was great. It was great.
That's awesome.
That was probably my previous last Facebook post was Danny Glover and Last Chance Percussion. That's all I got.
Yeah, great. Yeah, nothing about Sketchbook or general. Maybe you'll have.
I'll
to hype
share this. I'll share it. I promise.
One time, right? All right.
What do you mean one time? How many times do I share it?
I don't know. As many. I share it every day. We'll see. Hector's is on fire, man. I don't know if he just got all of Laredo to listen or something, but.
Well, see, I would listen immediately. I was like, I want to hear that.
Yeah, he's
a smart guy.
He is. He's a smart guy. Speaking of smart people, Joe, what's it like to teach and compete with such phenomenal percussion teachers here in Austin, such as Rick Rodriguez, Roland Chavez, Matt Ehlers, the aforementioned Hector Gill. Paul Pape doesn't teach anymore, but he's still a master teacher. As I mentioned to Hector, as I mentioned to Matt, it's got to be this whole combination of exciting and intimidating and fun and aggravating and all those kinds of things rolled into one.
I think you just nailed it. Yeah, it's all those things. It is. Because going to the Dripping Springs, everyone's gonna be really good. I remember that was my first coming like the transition from Texas or from Kentucky to Texas. I remember like walking through the lot at Lone Star my first year and just like walking like that's really good, and looking over like that's really good.
Yeah.
Or like when you're in in the Midwest or whatever, it's like there's a few pockets of good groups.
Sure.
Here there's just so much more dense.
Yeah.
But it's tough, man. I think it keeps me on my toes. Like I said before, I always still feel a little bit like I'm the outsider, not being from here and just trying to figure it out and just trying to keep up with everybody else and do the thing and just know that if I don't bring my A game, like it's not going to go well,
right?
Competitively. But it's inspiring too, for not just the marching stuff, the percussion ensemble stuff, and what these guys do at Regiment, and it's just impressive. And it's a good resource though too. I can text. We have a group thread. Yeah. I can text all those guys immediately. Question like I need a part. I've lost my part to this piece. Who's got it?
Stained glass, probably.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Crown of Thorns, whatever it is.
Of course. My fourth band's doing Crown of Thorns this year.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, so it's awesome. And everybody, I think Hector said the same thing. Everybody's great. We all we'll get together, hang out. We're competitive on Saturdays, but I think on Sunday we're all like, yeah, that's how it turned out. Great, let's hang out.
Absolutely. I dig it. I like it when I'm still invited to things, but I'm not. So
what are you talking about?
I was not in the picture of all the percussion instructors who ever went to somebody's house for a party, but whatever. Was
I at that one?
Probably. Ben Hilton was there. I didn't know he played percussion or top.
Oh, was
percussion.
that the? It was like a lake hang. It was like my wife made fun of him, like you're going to your sleepover.
Yeah, well, whatever. I wouldn't have gone anyway because I didn't have a pad. I don't have sticks.
We didn't play. I did not drum one bit.
You didn't, right? I mean, did Hector pull out his pad?
I can't remember, to be honest.
Satellites. Here we go. Oh yeah, I don't call it satellites anymore, right? They call it grid. I think satellites is basically what the grid was. I played it in high school.
Yeah. I don't know.
It wasn't Dave Matthews Satellite.
No,
that'd be lame. Speaking of, before we go on, even though we've already gone considerably, geez, we're no, this is great. This is fantastic. You're giving out real world knowledge. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you the hottest questions in the percussion.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Oh,
You're going to be disappointed in my answer. I'm sorry.
No, I'm asking knowing full well. Does Jim Casella march match grip with the Cavaliers?
No, he did not.
Did the Racer Band march match grip?
They did not.
Mystique?
No, they did not.
Southwind?
No.
Phantom Regiment? Spirit of Atlanta?
No.
The Bluecoats?
No.
Vandegrift High School?
Yes.
Okay. Now, were they already matched when you showed up? Is that Paul Pape's problem?
They were already matched when I got here.
And you just were like, I'm going to keep it real?
Yeah, because nobody cares.
What? I think we have just proven that I care.
Do you care? You didn't say you cared. You just pointed out every group that I taught and whether they played traditional.
They all played traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah. I care.
Do you care?
Yeah, I think I do.
Do you really?
I care about tradition.
Talk to me. Talk me through it. I'm not saying you're wrong. Convince me. Change me right now.
No,
what?
Let me tell you, I'm one of those that I'm not going to go, well, when you play four mallets with your left hand, or when you roll on a bass drum, or tambourine, it just looks cooler.
It does look cooler.
That's just what it is.
Will it make you feel better if I told you my first teaching job, we played traditional?
At Newman Smith? Or at...
as Harpeth High School.
What? That was on your bio.
That's a long time ago.
It might have
9,
been.
10.
Oh, you're not proud of that? Is that what?
No, they're awesome. Open class finalists. WGI.
Oh,
2 years back to back. Wrote the drill, did the whole thing.
You did?
I did, man.
You wrote the beats,
wrote the beats, wrote the drill. Did
and the electronic parts? Pew, 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 pew.
Back then, there was a lot less electronic parts.
Yeah, did you narrate? Did you go like, in the beginning, there were drums?
My buddy doing the pit, we'd get in the apartment and had the mic out, and then distort it out. Yeah.
You're not like the Cavaliers?
No. No. So,
all right. So you teach match grip, but you marched traditional.
I did.
When you pad out with Dave Reyes and Hector Hill, do you do match or traditional?
Traditional.
Okay. Traditional. All right. So you don't practice what you preach, is which is.
When I teach the kids, I play match typically, or it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
I mean, for me, it was just something like the guy before me. Here's my philosophy when coming into a new program.
Okay.
I think sometimes you ask about advice to give teachers. And mine is always, when you're going into a program for the first year, pick your battles and ride the wave for a year. Mm-hmm. You might tweak 1 or 2 things, but be smart about it. And coming into, because Newman Smith was the same way, came in there, played matched, and got us like, we'll do match. That's fine. I'll make it work. Because I knew that's a battle. That's a whole directional shift, for the drum line.
Correct.
It's like, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? Why would I rock the boat? There's so many more things for me to figure out to be successful with this program. Why am I going to stress myself about what the left hand looks like when no adjudicator or none of my peers really care about it? Now, when we get on Instagram and Flow Marching posts a video of Vandegrift, and you get younger people that are on there. I see puke emoji after puke emoji.
Younger people who are of drum corps marching age.
Yeah, and it's just like, but at the same time, I think somehow, I don't know how I got this role. I think somehow people look at Vandegrift now like we're the I don't know, the poster child for match grip, and people are all excited like, oh, Vandegrift does match. And it's like, and they assume that I'm like this passionate match grip guy.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm going to show this. I've never on a single judge's tape since I've been at Vandegrift, I've never had a single comment about the grip.
Well, I don't think you can, right? You can't judge what they're not doing. You have to judge what they are doing.
There you go.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, you've proven at Vandegrift, you don't need a good color guard to win Grand Nats, according to people on Facebook. Oh my God!
I thought our guard was fantastic.
Yeah, forget the fact that you played well and marched well and
Vision dance team. They were great.
But no. It was a referendum on color guards and match grip. So, Finale or Sibelius?
Sibelius.
I hate you.
So the notations and the ornamentation so much easier.
Whatever.
It's easier.
Hey, you know what? My program still exists. It keeps getting.
Do you
updates.
write much drumline stuff anymore? Can
I
ask that question? That's legit.
That thinking I did at some point.
Why is it?
I think I wrote 2 battery books in my career.
But I'm saying, like, for battery specific stuff as a percussionist, the ornamentation and the way to navigate that on Sibelius is very easy.
When I write dummy percussion tracks, I just put like the Finale marching percussion, and it's more complex than that. I'm taking old Jeff Moore books from Madison Scouts, like all those kinds of things, and it's like anyway, no one would ever want to write those parts out.
That's my defense, is the ornamentation.
Okay, whatever.
Like flams, rolls, buzz roll stuff, super easy to write in Sibelius.
Okay. Well, I don't care.
Never
Favorite
bad.
sticks or mallets?
Innovative percussion.
Yeah. Is there any other answer? I mean, there are other answers, but
I grew up with those guys and been with them for a long time.
They're the bomb. I love them.
Good people.
Favorite cymbals?
Everything. Zildjian's kind of what I've used for a long time. It's what I know. It's I'm not endorsed by Zildjian.
Is that a call to action?
No, I just what, but the drum corps I've used, I just,
So you're saying that if a cymbal company came to you, you're not endorsed, so you would listen to them.
I'm open, yeah. Let's talk
do it.
about.
Let's do it, Wuhan.
I just want something that sounds good.
Let's do it, Peisty.
Peisty, Peisty. Yeah, that's an old one. Oldie but a goodie.
Oldie but a goodie. That's right. Yamaha, Pearl, Mapex, Ludwig, Premier.
This is a little bit awkward because all the drum corps I teach at is Yamaha, so they make a fantastic product.
They do. I love Yamaha.
But I, as personally, am a Pearl artist.
Personally,
and I like Pearl. It's easy for me to make sound good. And I think the tenors for me, like just the tone, they're really easy to make sound, like just warm and round. And I think the snare drum stuff, like I said, I can put on heads, not put any tape on the guts, leave it open, and make it sound good pretty quickly.
Right. So, all right. I can dig it. Dig it. When describing a bass drum or tam-tam hit, do you say goosh or boosh or something entirely different?
I think someone said this earlier. If it is drum corps, call that a bong hit.
That's what Eric Hosman said, yes.
Yeah, or goosh. It's fine.
Yes, I like goosh. I do more.
Bong hit's pretty inappropriate for
is it?
High school.
Not if you go to a, what are those, like Planet K, where it's a tobacco shop. They say that you can't say certain things because it's like, no, you only put tobacco in these pipes. Like, sure. This is an adult podcast. Joe, are the drums just too loud?
I think we talked about this.
Well, I'm asking again.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I like that answer. That's good.
Yeah.
Are the electronics just too loud?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, depends on what the show is.
That's true.
We play classical music typically at Vandegrift, so it's kind of,
you don't say.
So it's kind of like,
yeah.
It'd be kind of annoying to put a bunch of electronics in the middle of that.
I don't know. You're talking to a guy who's like, what if we put Hindemith mixed with Kanye? Like, why don't we rap over this? This would be great. So if you did that, I'd be all about it.
Okay.
I've been telling Jeremy and Mike for years.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, whatever. What is the last piece of music you listened to?
See, this is a nerdy answer.
Yeah, they all are.
It's a long answer. Can I give it?
Go for it, man. We got plenty of time.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
So I've gotten this thing in the past couple weeks where I started making playlists on Spotify.
Okay.
And I was in the airport on Sunday. I was waiting for a flight. I had like a 2-hour layover, just chilling.
Good for you.
So I decided I was going to make this. Is pretty nerdy. It's pretty drummy. I made my favorite recorded drums playlist of like what sounds that I like, certain drum sets, not like the licks, not like the notiest stuff.
Okay.
So not like Neil Purple, like what snare did I like the best? Like what era snare drum, what cymbal sounded like the best? And I made a playlist, and so on the way over here, like I've been listening to the past couple of days, and I've been nerding out, and trying to figure out like why do I like that snare sound? Why do I like those cymbals? What is it about that I enjoy? And yeah, so that's... And
you were listening to Rosanna by Toto?
That is not on here. Steve Gadd is on there.
Okay.
What he did with Steely Dan. Mm-hmm. There's I can't remember the artist. It was sampled by Run DMC. Peter Piper. You know that one? They Take Me to Mardi Gras is the name of the original track.
Ooh, I'm going to need to go back and listen.
Great sound. I think anything Steve Gadd recorded sounds great. Mm-hmm. I like the 1970s, like mid-1970s snare drum sound.
Oh.
Like nothing like Fleetwood Mac Rumors to me is like, that's the top notch. All in sound. You ever seen that Sound City documentary?
I don't think so. Is it about hip hop?
It's not. Dave Grohl did it, and it's about this.
Oh, all right.
It's about a recording studio that was in California that like Fleetwood Mac went through. Nirvana Nevermind was recorded on that, or in that studio. All the Tom Petty stuff. So and Tom Petty's on there, like Refugee. I think he's got a fantastic snare drum sound.
Yes, I would imagine that. Do you remember who played drums on Material Girl? Madonna. I thought it was
Omar Hakim or something like that.
I don't remember. Someone's gonna let me know. I remember someone telling me, like, yeah, it was someone. It's like, what?
Why do you bring up that specific?
Because
song?
you mentioned Steve Gadd, and for some reason, it just made me think of, or maybe
I don't know if is that your go-to.
No,
sound?
no.
It can't be.
My go-to.
There's no judgment here.
My go-to snare sound is "Take on Me" by a
See, that's a little. See, I like the '70s because it was still at that fat snare drum, like muffling.
Now I'm thinking,
like like magazines on top of it, so you get like this lower the bottom head, like this. I don't know, man. I'm going to nerd out about it.
I started singing Maniac, sorry.
That's fine. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. That's the way to go.
Anyway, all right, whatever.
Yo, we could just the outro.
Yeah, the outro. I just recorded. Yeah, I got to pay some copyright. So, Joe, I hear you play fantasy football.
I do.
Are you any good?
I used to be. I feel like everyone in my league would say I was terrible because that's just how they are. But I feel like I was top 3. A couple consistent years, and it's dipped.
Mike Howard, as we might have said, director of bands, and 3-time winner of the Austin Powers Fantasy Football League, Howie Vandell, says that Vandegrift High School might actually be a curse on those who are in fantasy football leagues. But I know Katie Van Doren did better this year, but we haven't had the 2020 Vandegrift season, so we don't know. if her doing well in the league will
It's gonna be
translate to
consistent.
y'all not doing not well.
Oh, I don't know.
So is Vandegrift a curse?
I don't think Vandegrift itself is a curse.
it
I
my
think
coward?
the amount of time Vandegrift takes you away from your.
That's
your fantasy
interesting.
team.
So let's dig into that, because I imagine Katie Van Doren works as much as you do, right?
She probably works more than I do.
And yet she had the best year she's ever had in our league in fantasy football history.
I don't know. Maybe she's cracked the code.
Could there be maybe a different alternative reason that she did so well?
See, I don't know. I think she's just. I know she got some advice.
From
early season.
Early season advice?
I'm not throwing her under the bus on this.
Now, didn't you used to help her?
I did, but it didn't. Well, here's my. Can I just?
You could.
Can I
let's lay it all
unload
out.
on your league a little bit just for a second?
You're just mad because you're not in our league.
No. This happens every year. Mike and Katie come to me asking for advice, and I always just sit there. I was like, "When are you taking your quarterback?" And like, no, we got to take a third or fourth round. You guys draft quarterbacks so early in your draft.
Not my fault.
And it blows up the entire
It does,
draft.
because it's always somebody that picks like Patrick Mahomes in the
And they
end
take
of
him
round 2.
Yeah, early on. So
And
it's-
then we're all like,
so there's no way, like, so this is the defense to Katie to an extent. Like, there's no way I can help them because your draft is an anomaly because all of you draft quarterbacks way too early.
we have
And
14.
it wrecks the whole
Yeah,
thing.
we have 14 teams. And so that's the first part. You have to draft really well.
If it was a 12 team, when should you draft a quarterback?
4th round?
Maybe later, unless it's the top tier.
Right. Well, and the reason I'm the 2-time defending champion is I just kind of fell into Lamar Jackson 2 years
and
ago.
let's be real. Fantasy football has a lot to do with luck at times.
It does.
Let's be real.
Absolutely.
You could prep and you could study the numbers. You could figure out the math behind all of that. But like this year going into it, everyone thought the Browns were going to be fantasy gold.
Correct.
Nick
And
Chubb, Baker Mayfield, and it was a dud. It
Chubb
was a
did
hot
okay.
mess. Chubb was okay.
He kind of died down when Katie needed him the most.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know.
You don't.
I kept Russell Wilson as my keeper. And I think he was projected to be a 5th or 6th round quarterback.
Right.
And that was actually, I was like, man, I'm in trouble. And he had a great season. At least the first half.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
You don't. No.
But,
So
anyway, I go back to the original question.
Yeah.
I do not, Katie, I give some advice to her and Mike when I can. But when you guys draft quarterbacks, I'm going to stick with it. You start so soon. Wait.
it's not my fault.
Wait.
Look, I as the commissioner, I can't tell people not to do that. I
know.
wish I could. Go
That's
like,
true.
hey, you're ruining it for everybody.
But it does. It wrecks the whole flow. So you do all this prep work, all these mock drafts, and like all, and then you can't use that because no one else on a Yahoo
right.
Fantasy draft is going to draft a quarterback early.
I'm going to throw him under the bus. He doesn't listen here. It's Rick Rodriguez's fault. Because
Why?
he never goes to the draft and he puts it on auto draft because he has the clinic with the school in New Mexico. That's weird. The same weekend every year. I change it from year to year and it's like, oh man, that's the year I go to New Mexico. And he puts auto draft. And so basically,
and then people get scared, like my quarterback's not going to be there.
It'll pick like the quarterback second or something. Oh, picks the quarterback first, I think, in auto draft. Like he doesn't set his auto draft. He has it to pick in order.
And to further prove my point, how has his team been?
He's always in playoff contention.
Okay.
But we have
he's
a lot
never
of-
won.
No, he's
Okay.
never won. He's never won.
It's tough to win when you draft the quarterback first.
It is,
Or second.
or it's not the
Just
old
throwing
days.
that out there.
We're a what are we, a half-point PPR league? I think.
Yes, PPR.
Does that sound right? We moved to PPR
Yeah,
a few years
PPR,
ago.
yeah.
It was a lot more fun. So are you mad you're not in our fantasy league? Do you want to be in our fantasy league?
I don't know if I'd be good. Like I said, my time is not. I used to really like. It's almost embarrassing. Like my wife, it was in the summer. Like my wife would come home, and I would have gone to like the bookstore, and I would buy like 3 or 4 magazines.
Oh my God!
And I wanted the depth chart. Like I would know like the third string running back on each team. I could tell you like the 3 receivers, who's the point man each one. I could really kind of rattle off the entire roster of the NFL,
Right,
and I
right.
would get super into it. And now I just can't do that. So I don't know. I
Well,
don't know if I can take the pressure. I don't know if I can adapt to this early quarterback drafting.
It might be tough. It's chaos theory.
14 team is tough.
It's hard.
Do you guys do the waiver wire though? They get in there.
That's how I do so well.
that's
is
it.
because I play the waiver wire like nobody's business.
See, that's the magic. That's what it is.
But these people, because they work, they have real lives.
That's what I'm saying.
And in the
yeah.
fall, I'm done with all my marching band
you
stuff.
talk about the Vandegrift curse. The Vandegrift curse is the waiver wire because people can't keep up, and it's
The waiver wire. That's for
tough.
sure. That's for sure. Well, the reason why we got Katie in the league was because Paul Pape left Vandegrift, and I wanted to maintain the odds that the Howie Vandell would stay at Vandegrift. So
That seems pretty personal, Daniel.
it is. So year 1, Katie got second to last. I think it went to Mike again or something like that. And then she rattled off 2 wins in a row. And
by wins, you mean big losses?
they're wins to me. And then this year,
that's
we had the draft at cover 3. And I can picture the room, and she might remember this later. I mean, she was like, "My goal is to not get last. Like, I'm not going to do it." And
so
like,
Sean Womack did come and did our pit for a week. He was in Austin for a week.
Well.
And I think he helped.
Out.
He did help, but I don't in the draft. But I think this season, I'm not going to take away Katie's season from her.
Wow.
I think she did a lot of work. I think she was on it.
How many subscription services did she use? I know like her and Evan are like using Fantasy Pros or something like
Possibly, and maybe that was suggested back in the day. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm all natural, baby.
Are you?
That's right. No PEDs on my championships. I didn't, so there we go. Joseph,
yes.
For the folks listening to us at home, in their cars, in their bathtubs, in the subway, walking their dogs, at the gym, waiting to vote, typing up invoices, waiting for results at a marching band contest, sitting in the waiting room of an urgent care, hoping they don't have COVID-19, standing in the registration line at a major music conference, or guarding a bathroom during standardized testing, please describe in excruciating detail what shoes you're wearing.
What shoes I'm wearing? I am wearing a pair of Nike Internationalists.
That's correct.
Which I'm a big fan of. I've about 3 pairs of these. I've had them over the years. I've put some. I changed the laces out. Not
the lace swap. You can say
I did do a lace swap. I had a pair of these that I loved that I had custom made about 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, I like where you're going.
And they got kind of like destroyed just kind of over the years.
As they do.
So I tried to actually just recreate the same shoe. And I think I went too dark on the gray because they're gray and black. The base is gray and the swoosh is black. And it had like a teal shoelace, which I liked. And it looked terrible on these shoes. I was super bummed out. And then I was like, man, I'm just going to get some new shoelaces. But it's a Nike Internationalist. It's got the waffle.
Yes.
The waffle thing on the bottom.
Yes.
The old Bill Bowerman.
Yes.
Oregon track.
Oregon, yes.
Yeah.
Where Nike's from. It's a good-looking shoe.
Have you read the book? Did you read the Phil Knight book?
I don't read. I mean, I do read.
It's about shoes.
Well, I've got this big sneaker book that I'm trying to get.
Dude, it's Shoe Dog.
It's a picture book.
Shoe Dog. You like it.
I like shoes.
Book about a guy who made shoes.
What's not to like about it? Sorry, marching band guys. I'm going to read a book now and not give you your shows because Joe Hobbs told me I need to read a book about shoes, which costs me money. It doesn't make me money.
But it enriches your life.
You know what? It's so true.
Yeah. Then we talk more about shoes. Then you can talk more about shoes.
I would
you're more
love
educated
to
on shoes.
I would love to just talk about shoes the whole time, but people would get bored of it because I can't like show the shoe.
Instead, we talk about band, and no one seems to get bored.
Yeah. Look, man. People listen to this podcast, so
that's true.
So, Joe, you've been around the block. You're an old man now. Who is one designer or performer or teacher or composer that we should be listening to?
That's new, right? You always
sure.
the new.
I don't know I don't want to say new because there might be some 45-year-old person out there that's just on the low and they don't have the exposure maybe, and they're just like, oh man, they're in Campbellsville, Kentucky or something like that. But you've been around, been around a bunch of drum corps and you judge and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who comes to mind.
Yeah, why not?
People that are already people know about that I think are fantastic. Talk about Jim Casella or Tom Rarick stuff is fantastic.
Sure.
Everybody knows Tom.
I don't think they need your endorsement, right?
Andrew Markworth.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay for himself.
He's doing great. Those guys, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I might just take a second on this one.
What? I thought you were prepared. I think I wasn't going to ask this question.
Nah, I should have known this one's coming.
You should have known. Joe, we've taken a break. Have you figured it out yet?
I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, I think
positive.
So. I don't know.
Oh boy. Okay, we're waiting.
You got it. Yeah. Maybe he's a known guy. Tony Nunez. Is that? I don't feel like a lot of people know Tony Nunez or David Reeves. Can I say Dave Reeves?
What's interesting is I was talking to someone about people who do the whole shebang. Yeah. And, Winderlick, Markworth kind of came to mind. And then I mentioned Dave Reeves, who I probably have heard stuff by him, but don't really know that I've heard stuff.
Dave is super talented. Dave wrote those Center Grove indoor shows for years when they were winning back to back to back and won 3 in a row. And if you like Jim stuff, Jim and Dave, I think, have a similar voice.
Okay.
But Dave's fantastic. I don't know why people don't know about him as well. He wrote some percussion ensemble stuff too. But super talented, great textures. Dave's the man. Tony Nunez, electronics. He does Arcadia High School.
Right.
But I like his battery stuff. I like his rhythmic vocabulary. It's kind of like unique. A lot of nylon, a lot of space. Kind of like the Mike Jackson stuff. But both those guys, fantastic, super talented, and good people.
But that's cool. All right, listen to Tony Nunez, Dave Reeves. Right on. What advice would you offer to your 18-year-old self, Joe?
18-year-old self?
Yes.
Man, get the chip off your shoulder. I don't know. I've always kind of wanted to do things my own way and kind of been not disgruntled by any means, but just kind of feel like I had to find my own path.
Sure.
So just be a little calmer, listen a little bit more, that kind of stuff.
CHUGGADA.
Yeah.
Maybe teach traditional grip at some point.
No, but at the same time, I came from a small place where you kind of had to figure it out. Like my high school line was 2 snares, 1 tenor, 3 bass drums.
Oh boy.
You know what I mean? 3 in the pit.
Nice.
And it was kind of like, so if I wanted to progress or I wanted to do, I kind of had to figure things out on my own.
Right.
But then moving from that kind of mindset to being more open, I think I could have done that sooner.
That's some good advice for all you 18-year-olds out there.
Listen more.
And 28-year-olds.
A lot of good stuff out there.
38-year-olds. 48. Yeah. So what's next for Joey Hobbs? What's going on, man? What you got down? What you got coming up?
We're Percussion Ensemble concert just happened on Tuesday.
Oh, what pieces did you play?
Yeah, I know you're going to ask this. Why don't you take a guess?
Nothing by me.
That's wrong.
Oh, that's right. Did you play the Highway?
No, we played Mayhem. Played Mayhem, man.
Did you? That's right. Your 4th band, right?
We did. Played
fourth band and friends. Hey, how'd it go? I didn't get a recording.
It's tough.
There's no video.
You want a recording?
I would love to hear how the Grand National Champion percussion group played.
I will send it to you. I'll send you a Google.
I don't know why you don't just put it online like you put your other stuff online.
I will. Well, actually, pretty cool. Marcus, another plug. Is that okay?
We haven't got there yet, but go ahead.
Marcus Nudegate, which is our front ensemble, does a lot of video stuff.
Okay.
So we spent the morning of the concert, kind of like with the first and second band, like just doing recording sessions.
Oh, cool.
So multiple takes. So hopefully when those get done, and we're going to post them. Whether they're good or bad, we're posting them, putting them in the world. So
let's do it. Finally, I can say Vandegrift High School's played my music.
Yeah, it happened, man.
It's happened before.
Are we going to play the James Brown thing? The score is in the office. It exists.
I know that you are 10 days away from a deadline. Mike already mentioned that y'all are applying to Midwest.
We are applying to Midwest.
Quote unquote, the word applying.
And that first recording is 1 week from today.
Right.
It's on Thursday.
And y'all find out the first Monday in April. So I'm hoping that Mike plays the Get On Up piece at Midwest in Chicago.
Oh, that's a Mike Howard decision.
Oh, I know it is. I did say, and I'm going to put this on tape, you should conduct the piece for Mike to play percussion.
I think he told me that, and I think his response was, Joe would never conduct a band.
I think he said that, but you don't have to conduct a James Brown piece. You can be like, one.
I would conduct it. I just don't want to teach it.
So let Mike teach it.
I would totally conduct it, man. I'll get up there.
You just roll up 2 days before the concert.
I'll get up there, man.
And you're like, here we go. Plop, plop.
Am I playing drum set? Am I Clyde Stubblefield in this? Or Jabo Starks? What are we doing?
Well, who's a better drum set player, you or Mike Howard?
Oh, I don't know. I think Mike said he was really good at drum set for a long time.
Mike's a pretty good player.
Yeah, probably. I would say Mike.
Right.
I'll defer.
So I just was trying to think of an opportunity for you to conduct a piece, and then Mike is the guest.
I would fix it. I just don't want to teach it. I would conduct it. That's fine.
So you heard it here first, that if someone else teaches the piece,
that's all the work. If someone else does all the work,
you conduct it.
I will just slide in there and conduct and take the bow for the work I didn't do.
That does,
that's okay, right?
Or would you rather play the drum set part, the funky drummer?
Oh, I don't know if I know the beat. I don't know if I know that beat like I could play.
Well, it's written out.
Yeah.
You could play it.
It's transcribed. It's in the Rick Latham book.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah. It's literally in there. I mean, I had to make sure to write the funky drummer. Yeah. I give the props.
You can't change that. That's the best break beat of all time.
Exactly.
Or the Amen break. You know that one? That's by the Winstons.
How's it go? Sing it.
Boom boom tak 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 tak. That one.
Oh.
That everyone sampled in the late 80s, early 90s.
Right. It's those two samples.
Yeah. Funky drummer and the Amen break.
Good for you. Good for all of us. Is there anything you want to plug?
I feel like I plugged all the other stuff. Can I plug my wife's business? Is that okay?
Why not? Let's do whatever you want, man.
So she works at Texas Casa,
obviously,
but then she does interior design stuff now, and has kind of branched off and doing a lot of that, and it's been very busy with it.
That's great.
It's great.
Is there a website?
It's Kara Hobbs Design. She has a Facebook page.
Okay.
She also has a website, which is it's awesome.
Great.
Very well designed.
Oh, well, it's interior design.
Yeah, she does a great job. Reach out to her. Actually, I think I'd say this, Katie Van Doren.
Yes.
Van Dorens are using her for their house.
I did see that. Well, that instantly means I won't be using it in this house.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, Evan and I just have different tastes. We're just different people.
But she's she can do whatever you want. She's probably pretty wide open.
What can she do with my shoe wall while not breaking anything?
Oh, that's a color.
Her husband already broke something.
I did.
Yes.
$9. I got you, man.
I don't even know if it's $9. I have an emotional attachment to that one particular shoe.
I did
case.
like that. What was that shoe?
Was it the Ultra Boost that kind of got?
Oh,
yeah, it was that. Yeah, it was my favorite Ultra
and
Boost.
The Nickies and that one. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah, well, you didn't break the Aniki one, so I just don't understand how you broke it.
I don't know either.
You just you didn't even break it opening it. You broke it closing it.
I was trying to.
You were just
trying to put it back exactly the way I found it.
You're being too
polite.
Your toxic masculinity was like.
I was trying to be polite.
You were flexing on me. So, well, Joe, it has been a pleasure to have you here today. You, in fact, are an absolute delight.
Oh, thank you.
Even if you did break one of my shoe boxes.
I'm so sorry.
Even if you play match grip. Even if you prefer Sibelius. I mean, even if you don't play any of my music.
And you're not going to bring up and Torchy's Tacos. And I like Torchy's Tacos. Let the world know.
If I wrote a piece called Torchy's Tacos, would you actually play it at a major conference?
I played Mayhem. What do you want from me, Daniel Montoya? What do you want from me?
One of these days, someone's going to go, if you wrote a piece that was good, I'd play it. And I'd go like, oh, yeah. And then the sad music plays, not just the fun stuff after.
You do the outro? You going to outro this?
And I'm like, wah, 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 wah. This episode of Sketchbook Podcast was recorded in Austin, Texas, and was edited and produced by me, Daniel Montoya Jr. Our logo is created by John Suh of Purpose Designs, and our music is provided by Epidemic Sound. If you enjoy Sketchbook, tell a friend about the show or share a link on social media. You can rate and review this show on Apple Podcasts, and you might find your review featured on a future episode. Got questions, comments, suggestions, or concerns? Email us at sketchbookpodcast@gmail.com. It too could be featured on a future episode. Be sure to follow us on Twitter @SketchbookPod and join the Sketchbook community on Facebook @Sketchbook Podcast. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Sketchbook Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever fine podcasts are downloaded. Thanks for listening.